All right, hello everybody. My name is Tyler.
I'm T-Dang.
And I'm Mike Fugi.
Today, we got a couple things that we want to talk about. First off, Blade and Soul is the topic we're going to start off with. New MMO that came out, what is it, roughly 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago now?
I want to say 2 weeks now.
2 weeks.
Let's see.
Really wish we had this pulled up.
First thing off, we
Leave
got
me alone.
classes for them. Just going to go read through them. Get your basic MMO. You got Assassin, Blade Dancer, Blade Master, Destroyer, Force Master, Kung Fu Master, Summoner, and a Warlock. I think first things first, everybody, I guess, Mike,
I'm actually playing as a summoner.
Alright, and I'm playing as Blade Master.
And then I picked the...
There's a Force Master.
I picked the Force Master. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, come on, man. You know your class by now, man. After you're this level.
I know. I guess first impressions, what do you guys think?
First impression is a very fun game to play. One game to play with friends. I have been soloing by myself for a little while, and it's definitely not as fun. I do love the entire party atmosphere with it, especially with people that we do know. Lately, it's been me, T-Dang, my little brother, who's actually behind the cameras getting everything set for us. We're going to give a little shout out to Kevin. What's going on, Booster?
Probably can't hear you, but yeah.
Yeah, you don't have mic, so shut up.
Yeah.
And a few other friends. We've just been on Skype. We've been, going through a few dungeons, doing a bunch of quests, and it's been a lot of fun playing with friends.
A lot easier, too.
Only reason why it's easier for you is the fact that I'm a level 24 and you were a level 10.
Well, was level 10.
I mean, the game, I guess first things too, to say note, it is free to play, so that's pretty tight. But they have the premium membership. Now, price-wise, I don't know. I think it's your average. Could be $15 a month. Or if you pay for like a larger, like a year or something, I think it's a little bit less.
They actually do have a price, but you have to find the price in-game. And they had a 30-day, I believe a 60-day, and a full year.
Okay.
But I think the currency they were using in the game was the in-game currency, because it was some off numbers like 9999. I'm thinking
because it is an NC soft game, so you can use NC coins,
yeah,
or you can use the other in-game, premium currency,
yeah,
in a sense.
And if you do have a premium membership, you do have a discount on your in-game purchase as well. So one of the biggest things that we're having problems with is our lack of inventory space.
Yep.
And unless you have 8 of those dragon packs, or I forgot what they were called, then you can unlock the next 8 rows or columns, however you want to call it, and you can buy them, or you can buy the currency to actually get those. But if you do have a premium membership, that price is cheaper.
Yeah, I have noticed that inventory space is actually a huge downside, along with I don't know if you guys have gotten used to the loot drop system yet, but it kind of annoys me a little bit, the whole bid war or just free for all.
But if you have it set up, if everyone passes that bid, then I believe the amount of what it's worth gets distributed amongst everyone.
Oh, okay, that's not too bad.
No, definitely not. As long as no one is greedy, and after, let's say, 4 of us all pass and one person decides, hey, I'm going to throw 1 bronze coin in there, and gets the entire loot for 1 bronze. And that's kind of... You definitely want to make sure that your party has an understanding and agreement of this little system that they're running. And to have an actual release date for PC, it came out on June 30th, 2012, initial release, which it's been interesting. It has been out for a little while, but it just hit
Japan and stuff.
It just hit the U.S. market.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
US
we didn't clarify
European.
that. The game has been out for quite some time, but we just got it here in the States.
I guess we can talk about the classes too. You're Blade Master.
Yeah.
What does that entitle? How do you enjoy playing it, or?
I enjoy playing it, but it's just the one thing that what happened to me was the fate. What is it called? The fate wheel spin. Well, I can't spin anymore, and I couldn't get my basically my item that I need to be able to upgrade my weapon. So I'm stuck there all the way up to like level 18. Still haven't got it yet.
Well, when you say upgrade, you can sacrifice, or you can, I forgot what the actual phrase is said, but you can take some other weapons and use that to enhance your weapon. Are you just stuck at the breakthrough, or are you stuck transform?
Stage 5, so I'm guessing
that sounds like the breakthrough.
Breakthrough.
So yeah, you're stuck at the very first transformation of your weapon, and if you're level 18, yeah, I really would try to find
a little rough. Find a little rough, but either that in general, hey, Blade Master actually got some speed though. That's what I like.
I think to clarify too, what Tony's talking about, your weapons start at a level 1. Obviously, starting off, you can use different items or even different materials, and it upgrades it. Yeah. Is it to level 5? Then it's breakthrough, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So you get to level 5, so that's where he's stuck at. Just to kind of let you guys know, it's a little system, kind of like almost like an evolving weapon kind of thing, which is I think it's pretty nice because it helps you be able to keep it for a while, so you're not always struggling to. Well, in your case, you're struggling to upgrade it, but you're not having to struggle like, oh, I need to find this weapon because you have it. It's just a matter of, oh, I'm struggling because I want to upgrade the weapon. But I think that's kind of nice, though. I rather want to upgrade the one I already have rather than hunting for days trying to get a different weapon. Mm-hmm. All right, so Mike, you got the Summoner, right? Yeah,
the Summoner is actually a really easy character to use. And the great thing about this character is you actually summon a little cat that actually helps you. And what my cat's been doing for me, I'm not sure if it's doing for everyone else, but the cat has pretty much been tanking for me because it has its own life bar. And so it runs and attacks something. And if it has enough, obviously, attention towards it, the monster or whoever is attacking would continue attacking that. Well, I can set a safe distance and continue my attacks. And I can heal the cat by giving some of my life force to it, as well as I can heal myself by stealing life from the opponents that I'm attacking. I believe I can actually get back to 100% life points if I just continue stealing their life, if they have enough for me to take. And so I've gotten a warning through the game multiple times. Oh, your level, we recommend you to do this in a party. Do you confirm? Yes, I confirm. And I'm using my cat, and I'm just healing myself, and I'm doing the dungeons by myself. It is taking much longer because obviously my attacks aren't quite there yet, but I can at least stay alive long enough.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty cool.
I keep on dying.
Yeah. Now,
aren't you a tank?
Yes, I was going to say, you're the tank class too, right?
I'm doing by myself, though, too.
To be fair, tanks usually do not have that much of an offense capability, so definitely you have the life to do it, but yeah, if you can't take them down fast enough, you definitely need someone to back you up.
Yeah.
And then my guy, I had the Force Master. I guess you could say he's the mage of the crew. So I pretty much attack far. I have in the game too, you have a left click and a right click. Left click I have is a fire damage attack. Right clicking is ice, slowing down, freezing them, and then fires for like damage over time and stuff like that. I mean, he's a pretty basic mage class. He can get squishy in some sense, but once you start getting him stacked with your skills and everything else, I mean, I think he's pretty fun. I definitely like being afar from people. I think it's cool just killing people before they reach me, but then again, it's kind of cheap.
Yeah, definitely. When I'm in dungeons and if there's like multiple different enemies that we're attacking, I believe earlier today there was like 6 or 7 different enemies rushing us. I'd use a snare, stole the life force, and then drop something on them real quick. And it took them out pretty quickly.
Okay, so have any of you guys actually dungeon with a party yet?
I actually did today, and sadly, I got the blight items for Dance Master and for Blade Master. Granted that you haven't even broke through yet, so me giving that to you is kind of useless until you can get to that point. But hey, at least you have it, and we have a Blade Dancer with us as well, and I had it for him. So I need to continue going to the same dungeon if I can find another party, and hopefully I can get a staff for myself.
Now I was looking through it, and I heard that there's loot throughout. But at the end of the dungeon, you get a main loot that everybody gets, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Now, is that the item that you're talking about? Is it changed, or is that item always going to be the same item?
I was very surprised at that. I was expecting that to give you your weapon. Mm-hmm. If I'm a summoner, I expect a staff.
Yeah.
If Tony is a Blade Master, I expect him to get his sword. You do get a blight item, but it's not always yours. I believe there was a few forms, and this was in another country since we just got this game, but they're complaining, I've been dungeoning for 12 hours straight, and I've gotten every single item except for mine.
So it is.
Wow.
So it's not the same item though, thankfully. So it's not like they're always going to repeat and give you the same stuff every time.
No.
It's just the chance of you getting yours. Now I wonder if that's just your case, or if he, if Tony tries it, I wonder if he gets everything else but the weapon he needs.
Hey,
So
give me
then
my
it'd be-
staff and I'll give you your sword.
Hey,
Hey, we're a party. I got yours, you got mine. Hey, let's just trade.
Yeah, I'm gonna call you up. Get on right now. Get on right now. That I get my stuff. That I can move on to my next store.
Nah, I'm on a date.
So now,
Yeah.
I guess my next question too, since you have done dungeoning, now I used to play World of Warcraft. It had your basic tank, healer, and 3 DPS. It was just a 5-man team, go into the dungeon. How was it on this one? Was it 5 people? Was it bigger, smaller?
Actually, I had a party of 6 when I went to do this last one I did. And it was really fun. Surprisingly, and we actually talked about this off camera earlier, do we actually have a healer?
I don't think so.
So far with the list right now, don't see any.
I don't even know if I figured out which one the healer class is, truthfully. Every time we look up stuff, I just see more about damage and DPS. I
Yeah.
don't see much about healing.
But one thing though, if they have a class for healers, how would the person that's playing as a healer is gonna be able to fight?
Well, usually, I don't know. I guess I am just speaking for World of Warcraft. Your healer could do damage in the beginning until you got to 15 was when you started dungeoning. So you could get there using quests and stuff, and the rest of it is by healing. And then when everybody kills the monster, the shared EXP. That's kind of usually how healers go. Now, typically, they have AoE heals or single player heals, but also means that they have AoE attacks too. So if you're a good healer, or maybe your tank is just amazing, as he tanks, you don't have to heal him. You can kind of pump out a little AoE damage to kind of help him out, put a little more extra out there. But I don't know. From looking at it, we've already spoken about ours. Blade Dancer is supposed to be also a DPS class. Assassin is like your rogue, another damage over time DPS class. Kung Fu Master, he uses his fist, still not a healer. Summoner, that's him. Destroyer, that's definitely not the healer.
Yeah.
The Warlock's the only one that gives me questions as to it. But I mean, however, I haven't even looked at it.
Yeah.
It says right here that the Warlock is a shaman, mid-range combat, and they use magic, projectile spells, summoning. Yeah, it doesn't even talk about healing on this either. I mean, this is their wiki page, so I don't know how accurate it is, but still, I don't know.
Well, I know of other games when you use your heal, there's usually a cooldown period. Sometimes it's 8 minutes, 10 minutes of cooldown. For this one, you eat a dumpling to heal, and the dumpling usually gives you all the way back to 100% health. It takes 20 seconds for you to actually fully heal, which is relatively quick. But the recast is instantaneous. If you need another one, you can use another one right away. And that's what a lot of us were doing today, except for me, because I can heal myself. As soon as we got to the next section, I could go ahead and at least start the raid a little bit. Usually 2 or 3, or how many that were needing additional life, would actually sit down and eat a dumpling and then join with us a few seconds later. And that's what some of us were doing today.
So now, was it just one guy going out there getting tanking or anything, or was it kind of just a free-for-all? Everybody just kill whatever comes their way?
We definitely did use the tank more for the bosses. We had a little, those minis bosses before you got to the main one.
Yeah.
Definitely for the bosses, we did have tanks on those, and then everyone else was beating up on the smaller minions, and then we got to the boss.
Okay, so it's still your typical party raiding and all that kind of stuff, which is good.
Definitely.
Okay.
And you can definitely see a lot of the ones that were up closer actually getting killed. And all of us who were further back were, trying to move the boss to another location, pushing him away, and reviving everyone else. And there was a lot of teamwork going on today.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
maybe there's a healer out there. We're just not figuring out how it is, because we're just kind of focusing on damaging and getting as much EXP as we can, because we're trying to level.
Level up.
But
very surprisingly, when I'm currently at level 26, and I thought, hey, I'm going to go into dungeon, I'm going to do it by myself. This last one, when I was getting these really great items, That wasn't the case. I got maybe a quarter of the way through, and I was like, I'm turning around. As soon as I turned around, I got out the door. There's 5 people just standing there. I was like, oh, hey, look, there's 5 people. And I sent them a request. They instantly let me join. Then we all ran in there. And by the time I got to a little bit further than where I actually turned around, I was like, oh, my goodness, I could not have done this by myself. And, yeah, you really do need a team for some of these quests because you just can't do it. I don't see how it's possible. With the boss having 50,000 life points, I'm only dealing 100, 200 at a time. One attack may do 1,000, but then I have to wait 18 seconds to recast that one, and then they have all the minions chasing me. There's no way that I could have done that by myself, and that in particular raid definitely needed a team.
There are 3 food items, so to actually heal you, you have the dumpling, the drinkable potion, and then you have basically like a bigger pot for a potion. The dumpling doesn't have a cooldown, but the max you can carry is like 12.
No, I have like 40. I have about 43 dumplings in my inventory.
For me, as a actual forest master, I can only carry 11 or 12 right now, and I'm level 19. But,
so maybe it upgrades as you level up.
The drinkable potions, I'm stacked up to like 50 right now, and those have a 25-second cooldown when I'm in the dungeon, or just throughout the gaming period. But they heal you a little slower than the dumplings because the dumplings you have to actually sit down. But,
and like eat them?
Yeah, because you have to sit down and eat the dumplings. That's a drawback.
Okay.
Well, good for y'all then. I only got 1.
You get most of them through your chest when you actually just do quests, like when you're killing the bigger bosses, like Pokey, like the big scorpion or whatnot.
Yeah, I use all of them.
I think we need to get Tony a better weapon.
I'm the cameraman in the back, just...
Once again, if no one could have heard that because you don't have a mic, that... Oh, you can't hear yourself. Okay, never mind.
I was going to say, too, the issue we were going into with this game, huge issue, was the servers when the game was first coming out.
Oh, yeah.
Now that was an enjoyable
yeah,
enjoyable
I was
mishap.
confused, too. At first, I thought it was my computer or, like, my pure block, whatever I have, whatever, just blocking it out.
Oh, you have no idea how hot I was getting. I got a call from you. Hey, man, somebody just told me such and such about my pure block. Do you have it on? No, it's not going to affect it. But if I turn it on, it blocks the game. Obviously, if you have a pure blocker, it's going to block the game. Don't turn it on. Well, my Chrome has AdBlock Plus. Is that going to affect it? Are you playing the game in Chrome? No, it's not going to affect it. Stop listening to people and listen to me. The servers are down. If you check the Twitter page, it says, we are sorry. I'm sorry for the rant. You know, I got really heated when he kept calling me, and I was like, dude, just listen. Just listen.
I know we were on Twitter. Twitter said that they had servers down. I think everybody on Reddit was raging about how the servers were down.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just, and then the wait time. I mean, the game alone.
Oh man, that wait time was. I'm saying like, all right, I'm coming, Mario. Give me 45 minutes real quick. It ain't working yet, so give me 45 minutes.
It was day one, and they already increased the server size and also added 5 completely new servers after 1 day. I logged on first day, and my wait time was 3 hours.
3 hours?
And I was like, well, I'm going to leave.
I thought I was long.
Oh, no.
Time,
Oh, no.
dang,
3 hours.
3 hours?
Yeah, I was like number 9,000 something. First day.
If anyone hasn't picked this game yet and you're thinking about picking it up, if you like to join our server is spelled YUNWA.
Hell yeah, it is.
And
server.
if you ever want anyone to help you guys out, just shoot us a message, leave us a comment, leave us what your name in the game will be. Mine is still set as Mike Fugi. I believe theirs is a little bit different than what they go by. But just send us a message, and we don't mind helping you out. We don't mind helping you level up. That's what I did. I was level 20, and they started at level 3, and then I was just running through everything, killing everything for them, letting them get the XP points, and they caught up pretty quickly. So, yeah, if you want to join, just let us know.
Heck, I love making new characters in MMOs. I just think it's fun though, having different. At least not always having
different options.
It's like, oh, today I don't really feel like playing Forest Master. I want to play Kung Fu Master. So yeah, I'm totally game to even just start over and more characters. Now I think one thing that should be noted too, a little different than most MMOs. Now I don't know if this is a free thing. I want to say premium allows you to have more slots, but free you get 2 character creations, and then I don't know if premium allows for more. But just for the start off, so in case you're thinking of making every class, you can't do that right off the bat. You gotta at least pick one that you know you're gonna love, and then maybe let that second one kind of just pick its way out of it alone. But yeah,
That'll be fun. Probably the next one I probably might try to do Blade Dancer. Is it Blade Dancer?
Yeah.
Blade Dancer.
Yeah, Blade Dancer looks pretty sweet. I don't know. After looking at Destroyer though, we watched this video earlier, kind of a breakdown of every class. That Destroyer looked awesome.
It did.
I mean, he was getting it with his damage too.
Yeah.
He was soloing that boss.
Hell yeah.
That was tight.
What's up, guys? My name's Kevin. I go by Vooser or whatnot. I'm the cameraman, usually behind the scenes. I was talking a little bit earlier about potions and whatnot with Blade and Soul. But the topic we're going to talk about right now would be probably anime. What we've been watching and new stuff that's come out. I think everybody can relate with the previous season. Everybody's been watching Food Wars. I think you said you weren't really into it that much.
No.
Tyler, you were pretty good into it.
Yeah, you got me into it pretty much for the most part.
Yeah, I've watched it probably 3 times so far. It's pretty bad.
What would you all right, give a little synopsis for everybody in case somebody hasn't, like, how would you I don't know, describe it, bring somebody in?
If you like cooking and whatnot, it's actually pretty accurate for all the recipes they're doing. What they're talking about, saying that like giving you ideas of what to use if you need to, like I say, make the meat more tender and how to make stuff more tender quicker. Nice.
So is it actually like a war?
They're in a school to where everybody's competing and they can get kicked out very easy. Okay. So it's culinary a war in sense. It's a culinary school, okay. Exactly.
So it's really challenging.
Yeah.
So, is there a lead character? More than one?
There's a lead character. He's got red hair. I really forgot his name right now.
How do you forget his name and you like this anime? How?
There's just so much going on in it. But to be honest, dog. How can I say this? His dad. Fuck this.
Dude, the whole time, I'm sorry, this dog has been licking my hand this entire time. I can't hold it in. I can't hold it in.
What dog? What dog?
Oh my gosh, this is driving me nuts. All right.
There's no dog in the show.
So I pulled up Food Wars on the wiki page to try to figure out if we can get some more
okay,
so going on here.
The main character doesn't know that his dad actually went to the school before. And okay, the school, it's all in ranking. It's like a ranking system of who's like going to be the top chef, whatnot. People who are rich and famous about cooking, like if their families own big chains and whatnot, play a big role.
Now, doesn't I could be wrong? I watched the beginning of these animes. Wasn't it the kid? Did he like to cook, right? Or did he wasn't good at it or something?
No, he's
I can't
actually
remember what the synopsis was.
His dad owns a restaurant. It's a family restaurant ordeal, and his dad trained him in family diner like style. And so when he goes to the school, and everybody's like French, Japanese, Italian, whatnot, everybody has their niche of how they cook. And where this kid's like family diner, Japanese style ordeal, but his dad is a huge, well-known chef, and the fact that his dad travels the world ordeal, he was like a roaming chef. He goes around like Egypt, Italy.
So there's a lot
whatnot.
of culture in his food.
Exactly. To where he teaches his son all these things, but he doesn't know what he's actually doing. Well, he knows what he's doing, but he doesn't know what it is or do like the style of cooking. To where people are like, "Oh, you're cooking it like this French style, but because you're whisking it this certain way, whatnot." And he's like, "Really? I didn't know. This is just what I was taught."
Because I remember this was the one where I think it was episode 1, some lady came into their restaurant to do, I don't know, tear it down or buy it or something, and he cooked her food, and she like loved it so much that she had like an orgasm or something, right? Is this what I'm thinking it was?
Yes, it portrays the food of like the way it tastes when kind of weird. Like people like go overly emotional with like the flavoring, the taste, whatnot, where like you'll see like small cutscenes throughout the entire anime of like when they try their food, they just get overwhelmed with shock of like the flavor and whatnot, to where like some clothes get ripped off.
Okay.
The usual.
This is definitely the anime that I remember it was.
Yeah.
And so what you're talking about is they're making season 2, right?
Yes, season 2 is going to air out in 2016 apparently.
Mm-hmm.
There are a couple websites that I've been watching.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, but okay, let's actually go to this current season's lineup. I'm on Kiss Anime right now, looking at the top 10
New
animes.
yeah, they're new and hot as well.
Yeah, they're new and hot. Looks like
We got Phantom World.
Yeah, Phantom World.
Number 1.
Hatu Gensou no Grimgar.
Grimgar, yeah. Now
That's number 2.
that's
That's
a
an
good one.
MMO style anime.
Yeah,
let's
very-
actually talk about this one.
Yeah, it's very like I shouldn't say very Sword Art like, but in the sense, if you watch Sword Art, you'll get what we're talking about. It'll hook you in.
Yeah, it's like one of those like sudden like wake ups where all of a sudden you're just in a game.
Yeah, because I know, and you know it's a game. For example, right in the beginning, you have, I want to say roughly 14 people are sitting in a room, and they're talking. They're trying to figure out the information where they are, and one of the lead characters is like, "Yeah, I don't even have my cell phone with me." But then he realizes he doesn't even know what a cell phone is. So you get that idea that, yes, they have been pulled into this different world, and now they're here. And it has like the whole, there's magic, there's goblins, you can become a rogue apprentice. I think there's wizards.
there's like certain classes where you learn like hunters and whatnot. Because within the first episode, I'm gonna do kind of like a recap. Sorry if I spoil anything for you guys.
Yeah, spoiler alerts to know, but I mean, at this point,
It's
at
to
least
get
it'll help
you. It's gonna
bring
get you a gist of if you're gonna like the anime or whatnot.
Yeah, no ruin it for me now. I haven't watched it yet. I gotta wait till it's done.
I mean,
not watch it.
Yeah, I mean, like right now, all the new seasons, they're episode 4, 3.
3 and 4 roughly, because Gate ended, so it continues its number, so it's about 3 or 4. The only
Yeah,
one that's like 9 is this Cupid's Chocolate, but
I have no
don't
clue
even know
what's-
what that is. Have
I
you
mean,
heard of this one?
the genre
No,
says
but
ecchi
it looks
harem
like
OVA romance
Ecchi and
school.
harem. See, that's why I don't watch it. I'm not a big harem fan. I just can't get into it.
Yeah, I mean, I can withstand like some etchiness.
Yeah.
Like, okay, DxD is a little too,
yeah.
but the fact that like where the actual storyline is so good that it hooks you on to where you really don't care about the etchiness so much.
that's definitely
Yeah,
true.
it is etchy, but I think what is it called? Testimony of the sister. I forgot what it's called. That one's.
I think I'm starting to remember what you're talking about, but I can't think of it right now. But anyways, back to the
Grimgar one.
the MMO anime called Hatu
yeah, that's
Gensou no Grimgar. To give you a recap, basically like everybody gets like they wake up and all of a sudden they're like at this small gathering where there's like
What are you
20 to
talking about?
14 people, and everybody's like, "Why are we here? What are we doing?" They're like, "Where's my cell phone?" But they don't know what a cell phone is.
Yeah, they
And then all of a sudden, like some guards are just like, they open the door like, "Come with us."
and they take him to this room where this
It's
It
like a
almost look-
shopkeeper.
it almost looked like an inn.
I beat that guard up.
I don't know. When you're unarmed and whatnot, there's just two dudes with like shields and spears.
And you know they feel pain too. They feel the pain because throughout, once they get everything settled in, they find out that they have to make a class, or not make a class. They have to join some class system, get apprenticed by something,
Yeah, like the main character, he's a
He's
thief.
a rogue.
Yeah, he's a rogue thief.
Yeah.
And
you have, a tanky, two-handed.
You have this big dude. He's actually a soft teddy bear, or like he loves to cook.
Yeah.
And he carves wood out of like objects from actually the world where we live in. So you'll see him like carve like airplanes and like just like things that you'll think about from the old world. But then in the new world that they're at right now, it's all like dull and old times ordeal.
Yeah, and then I know their lead, in a sense, party leader. He's a mage.
Yeah, he's a mage.
He's
healer.
like a mage healer. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you notice the first instance. There's an instance that happens where they're doing, obviously a battle against something, and they get injured, and he heals them. But you can see that once the person got injured, it hurt them.
Yeah, they were hurting bad.
And he even mentions, my healing can heal the wound, but I can't help your blood loss. So it kind of gives you a sense that like, it's hard to say if it's MMO style, but like,
I was about to say that.
Yeah, they talk about blood loss, and you can see that it's a thing because they're getting dizzy, they're getting worn out, their days make them tired. How in like Sword Art, they would eat, but it was hard to say that they had the taste to it. I think they did.
Yeah, they said that everything was bland in the beginning, but once in Sword Art where like it started picking up and everybody was like kind of getting to a higher level, and where they actually did have a culinary skill chart ordeal, like how Sword Art you had like a skill chart you could build up.
They had salt. Well, so in this one, they have to, they have to use their money that they get from doing whatever they do to rent out a house to stay in. They got to buy food with it. I know
right off the back.
Oh yeah,
off the bat.
Everybody gets 20 silver. I think. Is it 20 silver?
I think they started with copper. Honestly.
Okay, I know everybody gets a certain amount of money to start out with, and when you watch the first episode, some time gets passed on to kind of like let it go, and they're like, "Holy crap, we have no funds because we suck." They can't kill anything.
Yeah,
they're struggling.
They're struggling like your Blade Master. Like seriously.
Yeah.
All of them are struggling, and they can't get money. They're hungry, and I like it though. It really gets you into it because you feel like there's so many animes where people are so badass. Even when they kind of suck, they're still kind of badass. You know what I mean? So it just gives like that sense. Like I feel like that's what I would be like. Like you go into this new world, you have no idea what's going on.
The fact that about having to kill a goblin, because they're like, everybody's pretty young.
Yeah.
And then like, so they're like, oh my gosh, I just killed like something, and they're like all shaking the first time, and like, cause they know they suck and that they're weak, they're trying to hunt down goblins or like by themselves, not in packs, because they don't think they can actually do it.
And see, they always talk about too,
because they're like, everybody's pretty young.
Yeah.
And then like, so they're like, oh my gosh, I just killed like something, and they're like all shaking the first time, and like, cause they know they suck and that they're weak, they're trying to hunt down goblins or like by themselves, not in packs, because they don't think they can actually do it.
And see, they always talk about too, when they were fighting that goblin, he was struggling and they would always say he's trying to stay alive too. He was screaming and stuff because he wanted to stay alive. And every time they were fighting, right off the bat, the main party leader, he goes, "Guys, this is a fight for your lives. It's not just a regular normal fight. You got to fight because this is your life."
Yeah.
Because they say too in the beginning, if you die, you die. That's it.
You're done. What was that one anime that was an RPG style that when somebody did die, they actually did respawn?
Oh, that was Art.
No, Log Horizon.
Oh,
Log Horizon, yeah.
Yeah.
Where like that kind of eased the tension up within the anime, because they're like, oh, if I die, I respawn.
Yeah, but there's a catch to it.
What was the catch?
Catch is every time you die, you get like a refreshed memory, but at the same time, that's basically the memory you lose.
Oh, from the past world?
From your present world.
So wait, of like, I guess real life is what you're saying? So you forget like who you are?
Well, I mean, that's kind of like how it was in Sword Art Online, where when they were in it for so long, they were just like...
Their habits.
Yeah, like, they just got so used to the new world they were in that they were like, do I really care if I go back?
Yeah, that's true. But I know, I guess all in all, I would say that this new... I guess the full name is the Haito Gensou no Grimgar.
It's a really good anime.
Yeah, I think it's
I
going
got
to
sucked in
definitely
pretty
be the
quick.
new hit kind of SAO like, because I know a lot of
Yeah.
times nowadays,
Well,
Everyone
everybody's
wants that.
The only
everybody's
thing,
talking about is it SAO like, and that's what brings people in. So I'll say yes. You know, it's similar. I think you'll like it.
yeah, but I will
Nice.
warn you, the anime is pretty slow based, unlike how Sword Art was pretty fast, honestly.
They
It-
skipped like 40 floors in like an
Yeah.
episode.
It did start off a little slow at first, though. Probably
Yeah.
like first 2 or 3 episodes. After that, it's like it just jumped.
This one, it's pretty slow based, where because you're seeing them struggle, because they're like, guys, it's been 3 days past, we haven't killed anything, we're eating off scraps. Or like
Right.
also in the real world, well, it's not really the real world, but like they're all like, wow, I never actually thought about how much I like having nice underwear. Where like they're using still like the same clothes they start off with.
Yeah.
They're cleaning
yeah,
it
they even have to
constantly.
wash their clothes.
Yeah,
and
they have to
stuff,
wash
too.
their clothes.
What, they wash your clothes naked?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, they do,
Oh.
actually.
I mean,
And they sleep without underwear at nighttime and stuff. It's
Oh,
like
damn.
it's legit.
because they're trying to like keep it from ripping so much.
Because they can't afford it. That's how poor they are.
Yeah, but okay, let's go to another anime.
Oh. One I want to talk about, or ask y'all, what's y'all opinion? What y'all thinking?
Okay.
D-Grade. D-Grade is coming out again. What are y'all thoughts on about those?
I know the following is huge for that anime. I actually never personally finished it. I got probably 12 episodes in.
Oh, it's
What?
badass.
You suck, man. You need to get into that soon, ASAP.
All right, Tony. How about you describe to anybody who maybe hasn't seen it? How
Well,
would you describe this?
I would
anime?
say also though, I mean, it'd be probably hard for me to get back into it because of how old the art style is now.
True, but it'll come back out eventually in Blu-ray, hopefully.
Oh yeah, you know they're gonna remaster if they bring out this one.
Oh yeah, they will. But the way
Here, give everybody the information about the anime and whatnot. Talk about
quick little
what it is.
rundown.
Yeah.
quick little rundown and see if y'all understand me or not. Alright, D-Gray. It was actually good anime. It's dark. It started off a little gore, but not. It didn't really show too much gore, but it's the point that it just started off like, wow, it's like, dang, this guy had a bad life, which is what, Alan Walker?
Yeah.
As he did as young, but as he get older, then start joining like I forgot what the
order. Yeah.
the order. Yeah, when they joined in, it was funny at first though, but it was weird because like he goes up, go to the gate, all of a sudden scans his whole body, and be like, okay, oh, this guy's a bad guy. He has something in his blood.
Oh,
Alert,
that's right.
alert.
Yeah, that's what it was.
I
He
like-
had the hand. His hand.
Yeah,
was
it was like a demon hand, right?
Yeah, the
he
demon.
Was, he was a part of the people that they're trying to kill, and
Yeah.
I guess exercising almost, right? That's what.
Yeah.
That was the whole thing. Okay.
Exorcism.
Yeah, but no thing is though, the freaking head captain, whatever, the little annoying guy, whatever, but he forgot all about that. Alan Walker is supposed to get there,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
like he just get attacked and got hurt himself instead.
Oh, the guy he was following, the red-haired guy.
No. Oh yeah. He was basically
his like
his
blue. Oh, okay, yeah, blue. That's what it was. Man, I haven't seen this anime. In a
yeah.
long
It's
time.
been a good minute now that it actually came out.
Freaking
I'm-
Lavi. Remember Lavi?
Oh yeah, Lavi.
He had the big hammer.
The big hammer, red hair.
Dude, that was cool. But yeah, so like I was saying, that it's an Exorcist-like anime.
Have they actually like thrown out when it's gonna actually come out for the new season?
See, that's what I was trying to look at. It. All I know is the way that the season ended. It wasn't even an ending. It actually
It
just
just
cut
stopped.
off.
I was what?
I
Is
don't
there any more?
remember- I don't remember if it was production issues or viewer count, all that. But it literally just cut off, which enraged people.
Yeah, but did you watch like the very ending of that last episode though?
Yeah, I've been trying to remember what happened on it.
Honestly, whenever you say production issues or whatnot, the first thing that pops up to mind is God Eater because of how much it cost to actually make that anime. Because of how, I guess you say the art style was just so much. It was so deep.
It's just right now it just says D Grayman 2016. It doesn't really
I
get
guess-
much into it. Oh, the Millennium Earl, the main antagonist.
Yeah.
What is it? the Akuma weapons. That's what it was. Yeah, his Akuma was in his arm, and this thing transformed into the gun. And
his final form comes down to a big ass sword.
Shit got crazy. And then, okay, what we have to talk about. We got to talk about the newest Naruto movie. We got the animes. We got to talk about the film. Naruto has been around forever. I have watched it forever, man.
I think it started when we were like probably in middle school, honestly.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Dang, it's been out that long. Actually, yeah. It's
about that. Naruto,
yeah.
That was like what 179 episodes.
And then Shippuden's at like 400
something.
now.
There's like 11 movies, but dude, the Boruto movie.
The Boruto movie was definitely the best out of all of them.
I actually liked that. It actually had a lot of action, which...
Oh, yeah. So much. And just seeing everybody grown up and, like, how they've just changed. Like, you have... who was it? It's Naruto. Who's his right-hand man now?
Sasuke?
No. The
you're
one that
talking
helps
about...
the Hokage. With
it's basically like the vice captain.
Yeah. He has the shadows to help block you.
Shikamaru.
Yeah, Shikamaru. You're right.
Yeah. Dude. Or Shikamaru the... Now I'm trying to think he's the dog guy.
Oh,
yeah,
he is
the dog guy.
Why, Kev, you messing me up right now. Yeah.
It was, he was with Choji.
The Shadow Jutsu.
And that weird soccer wannabe chick.
Here.
But yeah, so you have seeing him, and he has, Naruto has his son now, and he's kind of running on with the same synopsis that Naruto went. He was neglected by his family, other than Naruto, his parents were dead. But his dad's the Hokage. Naruto has all these shadow clones.
It is Shikamaru.
Okay, so he's not the dog guy. All right. So
okay.
So you see, older Shikamaru. You got older Naruto. Freaking Sasuke, dude. Oh my
man.
gosh.
Hey, but it seems like Sasuke got a little skinnier now, though.
Dude,
he's one-armed.
That's
He's
true.
only got
true.
one
He's
arm.
one arm now, so he struggled eating, I guess. Yeah, that explains why.
I think.
But the crazy thing is like how Sasuke is doing so much with one arm, and he can't cast anything because he only has one arm.
Yeah, he's all taijutsu.
And he's just laying waste to everybody. Where he's still rivaling Naruto with just one hand. He can't do any like clones or anything. And then again, he does have the Rinnegan and the Sharingan.
Yeah, he has both eyes. And then I know the scene that got me through. I mean, there's going to be spoilers. I don't even care. The scene that got me through it was when they were doing the tuning exam, the fight, and you see Naruto get pissed off, and he talks to Kurama. He's like, "All right, man, you better not be rusty." He just puts those hands together, and they freaking just, oh my gosh, I was blown away. I missed it so much. I was just like, yes, this is everything I wanted to have happen, and it was happening. And then you have later on, Naruto gets captured. Sasuke brings Boruto and then the other Kage with them to fight. They're fighting these two. I can't remember. They're from like the moon. They talked about it in the 10th movie. Those were the same people that came from the moon or whatever, and they're trying to steal the core power of chakra from them again by sapping it out.
They're pulling it out of the
beast.
The beast.
And they want to bring it to like that tree comes into it again and all that kind of stuff. But all I know, and then you see Naruto and Sasuke just slowly walk up to it and like it looks like I'm fighting myself again, and they're just like boom, and they just all out brawl.
Yeah.
The fact that you just see like how well they fight together and the combinations they pull off.
Perfect combination. You got Naruto grabbing the sword to help him out. They're pulling each other, blocking each other.
Yep.
It was just.
And they're agreeing.
Oh yeah, and I think that was a huge thing that I noticed how much them two have evolved though. They started out rough. They didn't like each other. They grew friendship. And they were still friends, they still show signs that Sasuke did care for Naruto throughout Shippuden.
Yeah.
But then here you see it like these guys are seriously the ultimate combo. They just did everything.
The fact
perfect.
that Naruto calls Sasuke basically his brother.
Yeah, and you have him summoning Kurama, and then Sasuke uses his what's that called again? The purple.
The Rinnegan eye.
His
ability to go cover his shield. It's like
I know.
His chakra showing all out.
Yeah, he's got that protecting him. I know it's got that name. I can't remember off the top of my head, but the way he's using that with Naruto's ability to kind of use them together. I mean, it's just kind of everything finally just came together, and I think it's going to be the perfect lead into the new series because they have talked about it. You know, he's going to write more because the demand for Naruto is huge. So they're going to make the one leading around Boruto and all that kind of stuff. And I think they did it perfectly. They had a great way to combine it and finally tie it all together. And this movie did it tenfold.
So, do you think that they're gonna make like a anime series for Naruto with Boruto in it and everything too, though?
I do think so, and I'm kind of thinking too because the way that it ended on the film, he's talking to Sasuke's daughter, and she's like, "Oh, do you want to become Hokage too?" He says, "No, I want to be your like VP in a sense," and like the way he said that, but then ended it by saying, "I want to become like your father." I think that's a perfect new way to start it off because Naruto wanted to be Hokage. In a sense, he wanted to be like his own dad. And this is a whole new way. He already says, I want to create my own ninja way. You know, little things like that really make me think that they'll do it, and they'll probably do it well.
Yeah, because that's basically Naruto's way is he wants to become Hokage.
And he finally...
he finally got it.
Finally,
I
I swear.
What he wished for, too, for... How long?
700 episodes. 700 episodes.
The name for his power is called the Susanoo.
Susanoo, that's it. Yeah, the purple crazy thing.
Yeah, it pulls out like as a skeleton,
shield.
and then the more power he draws out for it, he actually
stronger
gets
the
like
shield it is. Too.
Skin and armor.
Yeah, same thing when combining with Naruto's Nine Tail.
Yeah, and I think. And even that too, because the whole reason how this started was because Madara and then the first Hokage were friends, but then split up. So then you kind of have it in a sense where they weren't friends but came together. You know what I mean? So it's like they took a whole 360 or no, a whole 180, I guess, and just brought it in. And this is how it's gonna end. And then they're just gonna. I mean, he's got to have a kid. You got to start a new season. The demand's gonna be too high.
Yeah, but I wonder, is it still gonna be called Naruto or is it gonna just change to Boruto?
I think it's going to change the Boruto for actual just
if you look at the Boruto film, it's actually called Boruto Naruto the movie, which is kind of different, but so I do think it will be a new.
We definitely know this anime is going to last because it has so much story that can be built up onto it.
Let's just pray it's not 200 episodes of filler, because that might kill me.
I used to watch Naruto constantly until just all the fillers just kept coming in.
Oh, yeah.
And that's just when it killed the anime for me.
Yeah, if you look it up, I looked it up I think a couple weeks ago. It said, I think it was 443 episodes right now, or 445 actually. 120 of them are filler, confirmed filler episodes.
I haven't got that far yet.
That is rough. And it's not just like, oh, filler 1 or 2. No, it's like, let's just pump out 20 filler episodes and say, Jesus, take the wheel.
Tony. How would you say this compared to Bleach with filler-wise? Which one was worse?
Right now, I would say Naruto's worse, as in like it's a lot of fillers. But the only thing is though, the fillers actually somewhat connects with the story. But with Bleach, some of the fillers did not connect with the story at all. Like all of a sudden, it's just like the episode where Ichigo defeated Espada. Was it 4, I think it was, the one with the green eye.
Mm-hmm.
Well, all of a sudden, like once he defeated him, all of a sudden just stops right there. And the next episode, I'm like, hold up, where are we at now? Are they out of Espada? What's it called?
You see, and it's kind of like they kind of took a different route too. Their fillers don't make sense, but their movies are all connected. Have you seen any of the Bleach movies actually?
Yeah, I've seen a couple of them.
That's one of the difference. You don't see it often. Their movies are actually consecutive, which is kind of rare. Usually the movies are random.
I never actually looked at it that way.
So maybe that's what they did on purpose. You know what I mean? Like their fillers are random, but their movies go together. As the Naruto, it was just random missions for their movies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And their fillers kind of go with it, but it's hard to say which is worse.
But we can all say the fillers are basically just meant for the side characters to actually know the more of their
follow like in Naruto, Lee, on all those other crews and stuff.
Yeah, like Nenji.
Background story and stuff.
Yeah.
Which is good. It's needed. It is needed, I think.
Yeah, I mean, because everybody's not gonna like the main character of an anime. They're gonna want to know about some side character.
Yeah. So yeah.
Let's talk about Gate Season 2.
Come on now. I'm not even there yet. I did watch first episode of
Okay, then.
1.
You only watched one episode of Gate.
Yeah, I'm waiting till it gets done. That's how
Oh,
I watch
It
my
is
anime.
done.
No, he's
Well,
talking about
first
the, he's
season.
talking about
First
the-
season, but I'm waiting
next
for
season.
second season to get done too. That's the only way I would watch it.
Oh, so you
You
wait
binge
for
watch it.
everything?
Yeah, cause literally, I just sit home all day, just watch,
Binger.
just watch. That's it.
Okay,
Probably
I see
pause
what
a little
you're
bit, get something to eat. Cause if not, I'm gonna get lightheaded just watching. So yeah,
I mean, I get that. I see why you would come at it.
cause
That
I don't
I'm
want.
not going to spoil Gate Season 2 for anybody because it's that good.
It really.
It's that good.
It's like everything you want. Even the main character is an anime lover.
Yeah.
That's what's awesome about
I mean, you learned that about in Season 1.
it.
Yeah, well, it's been a while though.
I mean, where he'll be at war one night, he'll just be like, "Man, I wish I could just go to this one convention."
con.
He's like,
Yeah.
he's just like, "Yeah, I just killed a dragon. Damn, I just missed this anime convention."
Yes. It's
Oh
kinda
yeah,
funny.
yeah, I did saw that one. Yeah,
So it's like-
yeah.
So it's like you got a guy who's fighting war, and all he can think about is that season 2 is out. It's awesome. You should watch it. If you haven't watched season 1, watch season 1. Get on with it.
I
You'll be
definitely
fine.
will. Yeah,
But
don't ruin it.
with animes though, I mean, if you go to a convention, it's gonna ruin it for you a little bit.
A
But it's
little
gonna be
bit, just
spoilers.
by cosplay, how it's gonna look.
Well, then you're also going to have panels that are going to go over.
Oh, talk
the-
about it, yeah.
Yeah, so you can have that. You can have a lot of groups just talking about it out, out in the field or however you want to call it, out on the floor.
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna stand up and run out.
Actually, speaking about cons that are coming up, what shows are we gonna be starting to attend to?
So this month, at the beginning of this month, the beginning of this year, we started off this season schedule with Ichiban, which was actually my very first convention I've ever been to, and so that always holds a really good place for me. I love going to Ichiban every year. It brings back, everything that I love about anime and just conventions in general. But following Ichiban in February, I was originally scheduled to go to Katsucon. We went last year, you and me, Kevin. We went last year, and
Where was
this
I?
year- it's your birthday.
Oh yeah, that was right. It is my birthday. Well, not yet, but it's coming up.
That
So
must
you're
be
not
really
coming in, are you?
awkward because every time that you have a birthday and it's Valentine's weekend, it's like you don't get both. You get one.
You have to settle.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, but it's all good though.
Yeah, but unfortunately, this year we cannot attend Katsucon on my part, and
Yeah, I wanted to go to that one too for my birthday.
I say it's my fault, but this is guy I know.
Hey.
I'm just saying this guy I know he's getting married,
Hey.
and I'm part of his groomsmen. Yeah, I'm part of the wedding. I can't just drop this guy we know.
Yeah, you can.
Well, you don't even like him anyways.
Damn, that's fucked up.
Awkward as fuck if he actually watches this.
I know.
JK.
Yeah, I mean, guy that's getting married, we're just pulling your leg, But yeah,
Yeah, we understand.
A good
You
buddy
didn't
of ours
invite me to your
who
wedding,
has
so
gone to
I'm
conventions
salty.
with us. He is getting married. I am one of the groomsmen, and so I can't attend Katsucon this year. But we also have next year. It's going to be continually growing. It's going to be continually
you're right.
showing. But, however, there's another convention at the same venue the following week.
Yeah, but the way how it sounds like the one
We're
before
setting-
that week seems more funner.
But it depends. I'm not saying that one convention is better than the other. I'm not saying that. And we all love conventions equally. I mean,
You're right.
they're all fun. Katsucon is more of a convention about crafting. It's almost like saying the benchmark of cosplays throughout the year. All big names going to be there. There's a lot of people going. Great panels. But the following convention, Magfest, which is the music and gaming festival, it's not technically a convention, but hey, we all love music. We all love gaming. We were just talking about Blade and Soul for the first 20 minutes of this podcast. I mean, we can't say that we don't like games. So
Yeah, you're
realistically, it's win-win. And then there's still a huge cosplay part of this. There are so many Magfest cosplay videos that's up and running. and it's just as fun. Or we hope it's just as fun. We've never been there. This
Yeah.
would be our first time going to Magfest.
But it's gonna be cold, I think, especially going up north.
Yeah, hopefully I can get my car with some heat so we can just take mine.
See, the problem with my car is rear-wheel drive. It sucks in snow and ice. I know there's a lot of people listening says, well, my car's rear drive and it's fine. I'm not saying rear drive can't be driven. I'm saying my car specifically is useless in
It'll
snow.
be funner.
It'd be fun.
Funner's not a word. It's more fun. Get that right.
So,
Speak proper English.
I'm learning still.
English is not good enough.
I'm a learning, alright?
Anyways, actually, additional news to Magfest, because it is a gaming festival, if you bring in your own rig, that's one thing. You get brownie points. If you bring a second rig for someone else to use, I believe they will actually give you free entry.
Mm.
Wait, but okay, so if we bring our own rig though, are we gonna have to like carry it to every single room?
No, because the way it's set up, I believe, is there's one major room that you would bring it to and drop it off.
Okay, do you trust them with your rig?
Yeah, I'd be worried about that.
That's a the fact that we're putting so much cash into the rigs in general.
Yeah.
What happens if someone accidentally bumps into it and it falls off the table?
Well, I'm not so concerned about it falling off the table. Chances are it's going to be on ground level. I'm more concerned about people spilling stuff on it.
Yeah, exactly.
I couldn't imagine someone dumping a can of Mountain Dew on my rig. I mean, it's
Why it gotta be Mountain Dew?
because I like Mountain Dew.
I
I
like
like Code
Mountain
Red.
Get
I
taken.
love, you of all people who drink Live Wire. You cannot say you don't like Live Wire.
Dew. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah. Mhm.
There is a Mountain Dew out there for everyone.
That's
that
true.
Does drink soda. Let's
Okay,
say that.
the regular Mountain Dew.
I still like it. I mean, it goes well with vodka.
Touche.
I can't do it. No chaser for me.
All right, whatever.
Okay, Mr. Hardcore.
I can't do it. If I drink a chaser, I'm gonna throw up.
Following Magfest, so that'll be in February.
Hey, Magfest will be a party.
Yeah, it's going to
Yeah.
be a party. So
We gonna
after
bring
that,
some glow sticks,
once
though?
we're in March, I personally am planning on going to Triad Anime Convention in Winston-Salem. If you guys are free, I really suggest you come out there.
I'll check my
when's the
schedule
date?
out.
That's a good question. When is the date?
Come on now, you should be on top of this. What?
Should,
Yeah, I mean.
but you mean you know, how do you spell this again? A good buddy of ours actually helps run it. As you can imagine, the same buddy we run to every convention is part of the staff there, and he probably can give some pointers again. Thankfully, he was there to save us during one of our shoots.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you're right.
But Triad in Winston-Salem will be held on March 11th through the 13th of 2016 in Winston-Salem.
That's basically another month.
Yeah. So, actually going back to February, I have been asked to go back to Anime Matsuri in Houston, Texas. The only problem I'm having with that is just scheduling. So, Magfest will be there on the 19th through the 21st. And then the following weekend would be Anime Matsuri. And I just don't know if I can just make the trip going from the 19th, 21st, going back to work, and then from the 26th to the 28th in Houston, Texas, and flying back for work. That's just a lot of traveling and a lot of money going into these. And then, right, like I said, right after that, then we have
But wait,
Triad literally a week later.
in Houston, a Bonchon's opening, so it would be worth it.
They're opening a Banchan. That doesn't mean they're open yet. But Fat Bao, however, is still amazing.
You're right.
And last year was my first time going that far out into Texas for a convention. I mean, usually we drive everywhere. We drove to Colossalcon. We drove to Otakon. We drove to Katsucon. We've always driven everywhere. That was my first time I actually had to fly to a convention, because that is a 16-hour drive. We made that drive before, and it's not a pleasant drive.
It is not a pleasant drive at all.
No.
So that was March. I don't have anything scheduled for April yet. That's still up in the air. That's still going to be something I'm going to look into. Following that would be in May. Animazement. That was a really fun time we went.
That was a good
Excluding one minor detail.
Should I say it?
No, we're
No.
excluding
Should
the
I?
detail.
Should I?
No,
Should
we're
I?
not good. We're
Should
not
I?
getting into that.
Should I?
No. So, and it's always held on the same weekend. I believe it's Memorial Weekend. So we always have that Monday off. So even if
Yeah.
we do get a little bit far,
Yeah,
we had a additional day to recover before we get
Yeah.
back to work. And so that would be May, June, Colossalcon.
yes.
We are driving back to Ohio.
Yeah.
That was anime convention, water park. We're all the way out there by the Great Lakes. There's nothing wrong with that. There's just nothing but great time.
The drive wasn't even that bad too.
No, it wasn't. Well,
Except for the person we know was sick the entire time. How do you get sick the night that we are leaving, and then you're just complaining, you're throwing up the entire time we're going there, and then when we get there, you just stay in the room for the full 3 days because you're food poisoned.
well, I couldn't say much. I was food poisoned too at the end of the day going home.
Yeah, but you didn't miss anything.
No.
You didn't have to drive as much, so you saved yourself that trip. Actually, we took 2 cars, didn't we?
Yeah, we took 2 cars.
We took my car and we took your girl's car, and it was like 6 of us. So yeah, we could. There's no way fitting 6 people into a single car. We split 3 and 3, if I remember correctly, and yeah, it wasn't that bad. It was only 9 hours, I think.
Yeah, it was a 9
It's like
hour
a
drive.
9-hour drive. So yeah, it wasn't that bad. I think we left something at like 2 or 3 in the morning, and we got there around lunchtime, if I remember correctly.
But I'm just glad that we actually know.
Depending on scheduling when our bookings are, we at the water park we didn't have that much time. The water park, the most of the time that we spent at a water park while we're at Colossalcon was actually at our own water park at Great Wolf Lodge,
Yeah.
because that was the only time we actually got a chance to get into the pool and whatnot and just have fun, which was very surprising as well. It's in June and it was cold.
Yeah, but hey, good thing it was indoor. It's a little chilly still, but
Yeah, it's
hey,
still a little chilly.
it
but
could have been worse.
if I'm thinking June is like one of the hottest time of the year, I'm kind of expecting that it's, could be 80, 90. And it was a little chilly, but we still made the best of it. It was still extremely fun. No regrets whatsoever. And that's, like I said, in June. July, we have Hoshicon. I believe it's July 15th or the 17th, somewhere in that. And that's going to be the first time that they're going to have it at the Westin in downtown Charlotte. Past 2 years, they had it at a hotel near the airport.
I think it was Hilton, right?
I'm not sure.
It was a small one.
It was definitely a small one.
I'm just glad that we are actually seeing this convention actually grow.
It was surprising when me and T Dang went last year, 12 o'clock, they flat out said we are no longer selling badges. We hit maximum capacity. We cannot sell a single badge at all. So we were just in the lobby an entire day taking pictures. I would say the first year it was ever hosted was in Winston-Salem. I went back and forth every day to that one. So Friday, after work, drove to Winston-Salem, came back home. Saturday, same thing, all day, and came back. And I'm just so glad that now it's in Charlotte. I don't have to drive anywhere. I can
Not too far.
Oh,
You
yeah,
literally
definitely.
just walk from work.
I literally can. I work in downtown Charlotte. I can literally just on that Friday walk right over to the Westin and just have a ball. And I don't have to pay for parking. I work downtown. I already have a parking spot there. I'm just going to waltz on down.
Save you money.
Yeah. That was what was left on July, August. When was Otakon? Was Otakon in August? I can't remember the top of my head.
I forgot.
Let's see. Otakon.
Time to race. Time to race.
Yeah.
Who's going to get it?
That's what I'm talking about.
So yeah, that is in August 12th to the 14th this year, all the way in Baltimore. And if I remember correct, I think they said this might be the last year in Baltimore because they're going to move it down to, I think, the Inner Harbor, if rumors are correct. Same place where Katsucon and Magfest are being held at.
Oh,
And
dang.
we love that venue. We went there last year just to have fun.
Yeah.
No convention. Nightlife there was great. The hotel, even though it wasn't filled with a bunch of cosplayers, it was just nice to be there.
Yeah.
And
The atmosphere was really nice and the scenery.
Yeah, I saw
Like,
some of
if
the
you're-
pictures y'all took.
Yeah, if you're a photographer, it's a great place to shoot for people, portraits, cars, anything.
everything. Yeah. That's August. I don't think I have anything scheduled for September just yet. That's still up in the air. Following September, October, Banzaicon. Cold ramen. We got to go back to
Cold
Ninkoi.
ramen.
Oh, that was amazing. You missed out that year.
Yeah,
I
I
called
did.
you. You
Oh,
didn't
no.
want to go.
Well, no, wait. Yeah, he missed that year, but
He went the year
Yeah.
after, so last year.
last year he went.
But it was so much later throughout the year. They had it on Halloween last year. And when we went prior to that was before Halloween. And they still had the cold ramen for their summer menu. And when we went last year, they didn't have it anymore. Which was still a blessing because we didn't order the cold ramen. We found out about the curry.
That curry was.
Ah.
Oh, okay. I would drive to Columbia just for the ramen and just for the curry and drive back home. You said that was a good trip.
You can't say that we haven't done that before. So
Can't say we hadn't done that, or we went to Spartanburg just for dinner and came right back.
yeah, we just meet with friends.
Yeah, me with friends. Me with friends for 30 minutes. And drove all the way back home.
30 minutes drive back home.
We spent more time driving for dinner than we actually had dinner. And we were hungry by the time we got home.
Yeah, I would have like another plate, please.
Pretty much, that's what happened.
Well, I mean, we were already out of the house, gonna get. We'll pick up your new AR anyways, and then we were
Well, it
like,
wasn't
"Whoa,
new.
we were."
It was just getting repaired.
Yeah, well, still, I mean, we were still out of the house, still pretty far away from home.
But that was Dallas. That was
Yeah.
opposite direction.
That was the day I was going to the gun show. Well, was thinking.
Wait,
There's a gun show coming up next week, isn't it?
I'm not sure if it's next week. I know it's definitely sometime in next month. Granted, in 2 days it'll be next month. But yeah, sometime in February, depending who says it. Yeah, there should be another gun show, and I can't wait for that.
Yeah.
And with this being a convention shenanigans, it's a gun show, it's conventions. It ties into this.
I mean, it ties into our hobbies, so it's
It
whatever.
ties into our hobbies. This show is based around my hobbies. Pretty much.
Too much.
A little too much. You're a little too excessive with this.
My show, I do what I want. Realistically, I didn't mean that. It's our show. We do what I want.
Yeah, rah, rah.
So yeah, pretty much the basis of this is pretty much majority of our mutual
Hobbies.
interests. We love photography. We
Yeah.
start off as automotive photography, going to different shows like Honport. Well, I can't say actual names, but multiple different car shows. Some local, some further out. Hopefully, I can bleep what I was about to say a second ago. And then we moved on into Ichiban one year. I think it was like 5 years ago.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I could probably say the names of. Well, we could say the name of one show that we went to because we were actually media for it.
I still don't think that we have the rights or the license to say that name until we get proper approval. So I'm just going to hold off to any actual names of those that we are not part of. But then, and then obviously we're car fanatics. We take pictures of those. We're gun fanatics. We have multiple different weapons. So I have
Well,
multiple.
you have multiples.
So, I mean, and so this show is going to be based around majority of our hobbies, things that we'd like to do together as friends, as a group. And yeah.
I mean, it's always good like when you're gaming and you have a group of friends that have the same hobbies and whatnot, where you're like, hey, let's all play this one game so we can all just make a small guild or whatnot. It's always fun.
Especially with how much we play Counter-Strike as well. Playing Counter-Strike, there's no way that you can play the game and say that you're not some type of a gun enthusiast.
That is true.
And so a lot of these games, hobbies, kind of go hand in hand. And so because of that, we really like electronics as well. I really want to go to more electronic conventions as well. CES has already passed throughout the year, but there's still gamers conventions. There's still going to be, what was it, a PlayStation convention? What was that called?
Can't think off of my head. Kevin?
I can't think of off my head either.
I know they usually have their own events as well, and then you have E2. Was it E2? Yeah, E2. E3.
Come on.
Come on, bro. It's like the biggest one.
You come up here and say something. You're just like,
Okay. E3.
Okay, there we
Boom.
Screw you.
But I can't wait for Otakon to come out because that had the best dealer shop so far.
Otakon, their dealer's room square footage, I guarantee you, was more than all of Ichiban. Just in the dealer room by itself. That's not including their artist gallery. That's just their dealer's room.
The fact that Funimation, Crunchyroll, they pulled out their huge stands to come out where like you just walk down you're coming down the stairs, all of a sudden you just see like a tower of Funimation TVs playing everything. It was awesome.
You know what also that drove me insane about another convention? We went to Dragoncon last year.
It was way too packed.
No. Beyond the convention being overgrown, we never went to the dealer's room.
I couldn't make it or something?
We didn't even know where it was.
Granted, I'm pretty sure we had more time walking outside than we did actually in the cons in general.
It was just so packed. You could not take pictures. You could not move. I was getting things spilled on me.
Yeah.
Actually, I forgot in our listing that I think September, I have that scheduled for Anime Weekend.
Oh, yeah. You did skip it.
Yeah. So I'm sorry. Yeah. So September, we plan on being at Anime Weekend Atlanta this year. You see us, come by, kick us, do something crazy. I mean, we are called Shenanigans.
Well, kick Mike Fuji instead. Don't kick me.
If you're...
He's short. It's
yeah,
okay.
I know that. What?
Whatever. Kick me if you want. I don't care. Well, we're gonna have a good time. Either way, me or T-Dang. Yeah, I'm just saying. Either one, T-Dang. We're gonna have a ball with it. We're gonna take pictures. We're gonna keep making videos. You know, this is what it's all about. It's about having fun with it.
Oh,
yeah, definitely.
I'm just glad we finally actually do have cards to pass out to people. Because when we first started, even when we didn't start the group, people were always asking like, "Hey, do you have a card so we can get the pictures easier or whatnot?" You know what I'm saying? For cosplayers or anything like that.
That's a very good point. There was multiple times when I took pictures of someone else, and they would ask, "Hey, do you have a card?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And then they would hand me their card as a cosplayer, and so it would be easier for me to find them and tag them in my personal pictures since we were doing freelancing. And then I believe it was me and Tony who started together first of just grouping the pictures together, and we would post them directly onto the fan page of that convention so that they can see the pictures. But then a lot of information was being lost of how many likes were we getting, how many people were seeing them, did they like it? And that's pretty much when we thought, hey, we need to put everything we have in one central area, and then we can share that post onto other fan pages. That way we can get a little bit of credit coming back to us so that people can find out, hey, who are these guys taking this picture? Did they like it? We do not charge for any of our pictures. If you would like any kind of pictures, feel free to reach out to us. I know we had a little bit of difficulty behind this with a lot of these pictures, just looping only like 5 pictures or so, or one standstill pictures for about 20 minutes. But yeah, just look on our page. If you do like any of our pictures, reach out to us. We would love to take pictures. We would love to meet new people. You guys have anything to add on to that?
Honestly, I do at least one time want to go to Anime Matsuri just because how it's actually a car show and an anime convention at the same time. That's pretty cool.
Where's that at?
Houston, Texas.
Houston, Texas? Yeah, I did want to go that too, but
I mean, it's just cool how it pulls in more of our hobbies
Definitely.
at one spot.
Yeah, all together.
That trip, I would say, was a little unorganized on my part. I've never been to a convention out that way. I have no idea how the car show was gonna tie into each other, where that's being held at, and it just kind of blew my mind. I was just unprepared for a lot of things, and I did actually just put my camera away for a good while and just enjoyed it. But yeah, it's actually getting pretty late, so I think we should wrap this up pretty soon.
Look at yourself.
What was that? All right. Well, I believe that's a wrap up for this show. Once again, I'm Mike Fugi.
I'm T Dang.
Kevin.
And as you may have got confused with, there was another gentleman off on the side. Tyler, he is running our cameras right now. And he would like to say thanks for the opportunity to make this show. For the viewers watching, please leave comments. Please leave us messages. How are we doing? How would you like the show, the directions that it would be going? Do you want to hear more of another topic or different topics in general? Should we stick with other things? Please let us know. We would love to know your feedback. We would love to make content that you would want to watch. So just feel free to comment away and leave us any messages. Appreciate it.
Or you could just kick Mike if you see him. If you like the show.
Yeah, that works too. Be gentle.